What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? Happy day today. Hope you guys had a good weekend. It's Monday. Did you watch the Super Bowl? I didn't because I'm a Patriots fan. I'm from Massachusetts, and so I only watch when my team is involved. But that's just me. Hey, let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's talk about crypto. Let's take a look at 4 doji candles in a row for Bitcoin on the daily chart. What does that mean? I'll give you my interpretation. And we're going to take a look around the markets to see what is going on around the markets, what we can kind of get an idea of how this week is starting, and then kind of get an idea, prognosticate what we can expect to see this week. All right, and then we're going to take a look at altcoins, and we're going to take a look at some information on Glassnode. Glassnode is an interesting little tool. All right, so I'm going to put that on your radar too. And so without further ado, let's do this. Why don't we start here? Let's start with Glassnode's funding rates. Glassnodes.com, and it's completely free. Okay, interesting information. Okay, like open interest, funding rates, liquidation heat maps. There's ETF data here. Okay, and again, it's all free. Today we're going to take a look, for example, at the liquidation heat map. Okay, because I think the liquidation heat map is interesting. Right, now, if you don't know what any of this stuff is, right below it, usually there's information on what it is, how you can use it, how traders use it, etc. Okay, so it's interesting stuff. Essentially, areas that are yellow, and in this case, have a lot of liquidations there. If price hits that area, then traders will get liquidated. Okay, and so generally, the price tends to gravitate towards those areas. Not always. Look right here, for example. All right, and here we are. Here we are looking at Bitcoin, okay, and there's some liquidation where it's currently at right now. I think it's getting all that liquidity. Below that, there's some more, right? 96,000, and above it, at around 98,000, there is some as well. So which direction is it going to go? Well, I've been kind of looking around and trying to get an idea, and my conclusion is that we're probably going to go up. All right, funding rates, right? Again, it'll give you information on funding rates right here. What is funding rates, how you can use it, etc. Okay. Usually, as we can see here, funding rate history. When the funding rate is higher, BTC price tends to go higher. Okay, as you can see, the yellow is BTC price. Right. And as you know, we've been kind of chopping around, really. All right. So as you can see, here we are. Right now, these numbers right here, if they're black, they're neutral. If they're green, they're bullish, and if they're red, they're bearish. Right now, everything is kind of neutral. Okay, so I mean, that's interesting to see. Open interest is another one. I think that is interesting. We'll take a look at that down right here. If you can see, Bitcoin open interest right here is on the upswing after a big drop, right? And essentially, the interest is lower, then it's usually bearish, and if the interest is higher, it's usually bullish. Okay, so as you can see, maybe we're on the upswing. Okay, as we can see, it kind of moved up a little bit right here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Right there, see that? Right here, upswing. So let's see if that continues. Okay, we did have a big drop on open interest, and right here it gives you an idea of what open interest is and how you can understand it a little bit more. Okay, longs and short ratios. I think this is very interesting as well. Which direction is the market betting on things that things will go? Okay, large traders right here. This is where supposedly the smart money is betting, but remember, they hedge. Okay, so I mean, just because they're seeing some short positions, short positions, it could be that they're hedging, right, and thinking, okay, if it drops, I have a big position long. If it drops, at least I have that. These are long positions, so maybe the same thing, hedging. So you got to take everything with kind of a grain of salt, view everything, and then kind of individually, right, see what each individual says, and then kind of look at it together, see what the whole picture tells you, and then draw your own conclusions. It's not the easiest thing. That's why it's a science and an art, but a lot of great information here, guys. Okay, and it's free, so that's why I'm bringing it to your attention. And I was looking at it today because I hadn't looked at it before, and I'm like, oh wow, okay, cool. This stuff can help me in my analysis as well. So I am going to start incorporating it. All right, but I wanted to bring that to your attention. And what has looking at all this stuff today, what conclusion have I come to? I'm kind of bullish. All right, I'm thinking we're gonna go higher. All right, so now let's take a look at the chart. Bitcoin. Look at these doji candles right here. Okay, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is kind of expected because they normally do print doji candles, but really 4 in a row like that, Thursday, Friday, and and well, the weekend, and then today, right? We're up a little bit, although we were higher at 98,000. But this thing is looking like maybe this is bottomed out. Okay, maybe this area will hold a support. And again, we scared people, thinking maybe we could get down this line. I thought maybe it could if we lost this line, this area, right? This descending line, which we haven't lost yet, not even today. Today that would be, we have to get below 95,760, right? And while there is some liquidity at around this area at 96,000, 96,000, basically right here, 95, 96. There is also liquidity at 98, so basically coming back up to this line. So it's interesting. It's interesting that we might just be playing around here again until further notice. But right now, I do feel as though this week we could possibly try to get up to 100,000 again. Okay. I don't know that we break it, but at least I think the attempt this week is to do that, because look at these dojis right here. And so far holding basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days in a row, just holding right here. This downturn has been how many days? We'll say, where should we measure the downturn? Really from here, because that's all sideways. So from here, 11 days, all right? So more or less, these things, what I've seen here have lasted around 14 days. Okay, this lasted 14 days, I believe, or let's see really quick, 13 days. Count that one, 14 days. Yeah, so basically a couple of weeks, and we're closing in on a couple of weeks right now. Obviously, it doesn't have to do exactly what this did, right? But I think it's something close, and I think maybe that we are going to try to go up here to 100,000 this week. So I am short-term bullish in the direction, okay, that we're going to go up. Obviously, in the medium to long term, I'm extremely bullish. I think we're going to go way higher. And I'm going to share this with you. This guy thinks something very similar right here. All right, so this guy, Julian Bittel, I don't know who he is, but he's head of macro research at Global Market Investors. He predicts a Bitcoin surge in 2025 similar to the 2017 rally, driven by macroeconomic factors like easing global liquidity and a weaker dollar. We'll take a look at those charts. The weaker dollar. The global macro environment is expected to see growth momentum while inflation remains manageable, allowing central banks to avoid over-tightening. This is seen as a macro summer phase, which historically supports asset prices, including Bitcoin. The Institute of Supply Management, ISM, index is currently rising, signaling potential for Bitcoin to follow a path similar to the 2017 surge when the ISM and liquidity conditions were favorable. Bittel continues cautions that while Bitcoin could see significant upside, it's important to anticipate periodic corrections along the way, but the overall trend remains bullish. So he kind of sees it like I do, although I'm not drawing any comparisons to 2017, but I do believe we will see a big move up this year. Market sentiment, this outlook is bullish for Bitcoin, with macroeconomic conditions supporting growth and liquidity and the potential for Bitcoin to outperform like it did in 2017. The market seems set for positive momentum. While there will be volatility, investors are optimistic about Bitcoin's potential upside over the next couple of years. Yeah, the next couple of years, I don't know. I think we will see after 2025. In 2026, we're going to see Bitcoin drop probably as low as 50%, 60, 70%. I know some people say no 70%, but probably 50 at least. Anyways, so short term, I'm bullish this week. I think I don't know that we lose. I mean, obviously, if a black swan event happens, okay, then yeah. But let's take a look at other things. So also, as far as positioning yourself, I think it's a good time to position yourself, guys, because we're essentially oscillating, and we're at the bottom part of this oscillation, right? And another good thing is that if we do stay here, then it is a low, higher low. More reason to believe that we're going to go to the at least to the upper side of this channel that we've been in, right? Which would be around 109,000. Could that happen this week? Maybe. Eventually, it will. Eventually, in the next couple of weeks. But maybe this week, it's possible. I don't say not. Let's see what happens. But I mean, right now, I think first things first. Let's get to 100,000 this week, which I think we probably will, or at least we'll try to get there. All right, so let's take a look at other aspects of the economy, finance, whatever you want to call it. The economy, U.S. dollar index. All right, I put this line here, and so far, well, today's candle is above it. I don't know if we keep it or not, but that wouldn't be good. Okay, we need this dollar to keep going down. But if it builds on here, then maybe it comes back up and touches this, and maybe this isn't the top. Well, but we'll see. It could be a fake out. We'll see what happens in the next coming days if it comes back in below this line. All right, but that's something we got to keep an eye on. The Dow Jones is having a green day, except for right now it's kind of right there on the cusp. The Nasdaq is having a nice green day. S&P 500, what's that doing? Well, it's having a green day at least. 2-year bond yields, I noticed it's in a triangle, top part of the triangle. Let's see if we reject and come back down here. All right, hopefully we lose this triangle to the bottom, but we'll see. It's actually a bullish structure, but 10-year bond yields, okay, below this line, below 4.56%. Yeah, 4.56%, and you can see that it's dropping. We could do something similar to the DXY. No, not yet. But eventually, let's see if we have more data points. We could do something like that, but right now it's not there. All right, so things are looking all right. What's up with gold? Ooh, gold keeps going up. Still fear. Bitcoin dominance looking like maybe we come back down here. Too early to tell, but I think maybe we do come back down to 60. And others, as we segue now into altcoins. With the few minutes I have left, total market cap excluding crypto, and it looks like it's kind of doing a nice little rounded bottom right here. Right? Maybe we don't come down here to 203 million, and this is where we kind of start getting back into this triangle and eventually back up here, up to the top of this range where it's been, and eventually break out. So let's see if this is the beginning of something cool. All right, and now let's take a look at altcoins. Let's take a look at my big four, which is Miggles, Toshi, KeyCat, and Dogami. Let's see what's going on. Okay, Miggles, after it was starting to rise, looking like having a red day. Let's see if this is as high as it went and we come back down to 5 cents. If it comes back down to 5 cents, guys, I'd buy. Although it could do something like this, I think eventually this thing is going to go much higher. They sent a meme to space. It's gonna get to the moon, right? Miggles, yeah. Seriously, that's what they did, and I don't know if it's going to be the first meme ever in the moon, but it's going to be in the I don't know if other memes went there. I don't think so. So I mean, I'm pretty sure this might be the first meme ever to go to the moon. Mr. Miggles, man, is going to do extremely well. So I mean, buying at 7 cents, guys, pretty good. Toshi, I added this line right here because that was his previous all-time high, which is right here, the spot right here, April 2024. All right, so it is kind of playing right there. So it's just currently below it. So we'll see. If we lose that, then obviously we are going to touch the 786 again, like we did right here. All right, maybe spend some time right there. That's 3.059 cents, and that's honestly a great pickup price if it gets down there. All right. KeyCat, I think is at a great price right now, exactly where it is. Let's see if it kind of holds this line, 2034, right before it starts moving up. And Dogging Me looking like maybe we are fine. Three days trying to get past above this line and nothing. So maybe we do come back down here. Do we come back all the way down here? 3038. It's possible. It's possible. Maybe we stay a little closer, like right here. We kind of hug this line for a little bit before eventually moving up. And it is looking like it really is making that shoulder, right? That final shoulder of this inverse head and shoulders, isn't it? We'll see. But that's what it's looking like so far, guys. And I think really that's it. Let's do a couple of other base plays, because I think base is honestly really gonna kill it, guys. Ski Mask Dog, good chart, long consolidation after this huge run up, which is okay, fine. The consolidation is cool. Eventually, I mean, you're buying it pretty at the lowest part of this consolidation, so you're buying it pretty much as good as it gets, unless it goes lower, which it could. But I'd be nibbling on Ski Mask Dog. Benji is also another one I think is pretty good. But look at how volatile it is, similar to Toshi. I think maybe we still have a little bit more to go. Maybe it could get down to 2 cents. Maybe you could buy it there. But buying it at 3, nibbling at 3, and waiting, not a bad buy, to be honest. Eventually, I think this one also goes higher. And that's it, boys and girls. That's how things are looking right now in the market. And well, we could go to Solana, but we'll take a look at that tomorrow. I already threw a lot at you guys. Take a look at Glassnode, guys. Pretty interesting. The liquidation heat map is what I'm looking strongly at right now. I'm gonna start implementing that a lot because these market makers, although not always, right? Because look at where we were February 10th, and there was liquidity right here. They never grabbed it. Okay, so they can't move markets completely. They can manipulate a little bit, all right? And this helps a little bit. Give you another indication, gives you another thing to look at to kind of decide, all right? Not just this, but again, all the stuff on Glassnode's really, guys. Open interest, funding rates, okay, the long and short stuff. So definitely use it. Definitely start looking around. And again, right down here, If you don't know what it is, right here, or Google's your friend, man. Google's your friend. Use Google and ask questions there. It helps. And if you're invested in these markets, okay, if you're watching this channel, then you obviously have interest in these markets, or else why the hell would you watch me? And so use it, man. Use it to your advantage, because it can only help. I don't think it could hurt. All right, so there it is, and it's free. Glassnodes.com. So it would be to your advantage. There's so much data available to you guys. I mean, to all of us, we need to take advantage of that stuff if we're to make money in these markets. All right. Cool, but things are looking good, man. Not bad at all. I don't know that we dropped too much this week. I don't think that we do. I think this is going to be a relatively bullish week, but still good enough, because we're still in a range to position yourselves. Remember Tosha, remember Keycat, remember Miggles, remember Dog and Me. All right, I think those are going to do really well. Cool, guys. If you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. Trying to grow this channel, all that stuff really does help. With all that said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.
Thank you.